MLB Network comes to you live from the Mile High City and Coors Field. Should be a fun Father's Day matchup between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Colorado Rockies. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Austin Gomber will be on the mound for the Rocks. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch-to-contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Colton Wong.
First pitch coming, here it is. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. These Rockies guys, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and in fact dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge hacks off him, and to boot, the defense was on its heels.
Two balls and a strike to count. The 2-1.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
The 3-1. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a 5-pitch walk to get us started here this afternoon.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Stepping in next, Avisail Garcia for his career in this matchup. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well-liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Zero, you hit a nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not saying complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
3-1 to him now. Wong on at first, nobody out. Hit back up the middle. He's got it. A tag for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Thoughts, Dan, who stands out?
Matt, they're looking to get a lot more out of Travis Shaw. He's hitting under 250 versus left-handed pitching all season long, so that's a definite issue for him these days. Some guys just don't see the ball well from certain arm slots, and that appears to be the case for him right now, something he really needs to work on.
So here is Christian Yelich. We show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
We're just underway here in Denver. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Pitch on the way. Hit hard on the ground to first. Beautiful diving stop. He's up with it. The throw. Wow. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. More to come on MLB Network's Sunday Baseball after this. Corbin Burns is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Now with the plate is Raimo Tapia. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the pitch. Dan, D-Row, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game, they scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Got him reaching there, strike 2.
The offensive game plan today is certainly to see the ball up. This guy is known on the mound for sinker changeup combination. He's going to try and establish down in the zone to get swing and a miss or ground balls consistently. You have to find something above the belt to get loose on.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Another 0-2 home. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Lifetime versus this arm. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. But this will get foul for strike 2. The 0-2 delivery. A bouncer to the left side. Fielded cleanly. And there's out number 2.
Batting third, the right fielder.
With that, here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I'm definitely excited to watch Trevor Story in this one. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
And that'll bring in Charlie Blackmon. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Now here's the pitch.
Yeah.
2 out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Ball 2 as the breaking ball misses inside. Lined hard toward right center. But this is taken in out there in the alley as he got a good jump on that ball in center, and that ends the inning. I think a few of these folks need to get out of the sun. And inning in the books, no score on MLB Network. New inning set to get underway, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Daniel Vogelbach.
Daniel Vogelbach.
Now here's the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
High and deep to right. Blackmon going back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
That is good.
All right, guys, so here's how the Colorado Rockies set up defensively. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
And that'll bring forth Luis Urias as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. His career numbers in this matchup, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. He comes back with one in there for a high strike. So far on the year, Urias brings in a batting average resting just under 320 and a look to inch closer to that mark with a base hit here.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. A swing and a ground ball to third. Reined in. Throw gets him, 2 down.
That is it. The third baseman, Travis Shaw.
So digging in next will be Travis Shaw. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First pitch on the way.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
Here comes the 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2. Manny Pena would be next. Now the payoff pitch home. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
2 down with a runner at first, and up next is the catcher Manny Pena. He's ready, now the pitch. Pulled hard down the line in left, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. The relay, and he's safe.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Into the box now, Tyrone Taylor, as he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 3 homers, 9 driven in. The 0-1 offering. Line drive snagged on a short hop. On to first, and the Brewers are turned away as the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story, entering this one with a top 10 National League batting average mark.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage, too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
Here's the first pitch. The bouncer to the left side. Gonna be a tough play. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher. And there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Story gets his lead at first, nobody out. One and one to the Rockies' first baseman.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
The 1-1 is laid off of down and in. Runners off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
No one out with a runner at second. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Here comes the payoff pitch. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And, guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
The batter will be Sam Hilliard, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 3 homers, 26 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. His prior history versus this arm, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Colton Welker.
Now it'll be Colton Welker, and as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
1-0.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Outside with a cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count. and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
2-1.
That's a great sinker right there. These batters are going to have to bear down because if he's got that good pitch working, it's going to be a long game. They might have to sit off speed.
Called strike on the sinker. 2-2 now. Two and two. Here it is. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. No score at this point, but a two-out hit could get a runner in from third. Again, he sends it out of play. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw in time, and the side is retired. One left for Colorado. We'll move to the third with no score. Now at the plate, Corbin Burns. 9-1-2 due up.
Corbin Burns.
First pitch on the way. In there for strike one.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Behind 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. To third. He's right there. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Everything looked routine until the throw. He just rocketed that thing directly over the first baseman's head. I mean, he's a pretty good athlete, but he had absolutely no chance to come down with that one.
Here's Colton Wong now, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. He drew a base on balls his first time up. A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that's in there, base hit.
Now back, the right fielder, Garcia.
So here's Avisail Garcia as he'll send a ground ball down to third. He's got it. Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
A man at second with one down, and that'll bring up Christian Yelich. Here's the first pitch.
Inside ball one.
Wong leads off second with one gone in the inning. well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Daniel Vogelbach. He flew out in his last AB.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Story will put this one away, and the side is retired. Brewers forced to settle for 1. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Brewers 1 and the Rockies nothing.
The Rockies are due to hit in the 3rd, and they're looking to get some momentum going with the bats. This is a group that has had trouble doing so all season long. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. And one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happen. So he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Tyler Flowers swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Here it comes. And he lays off for ball 1. Fouled off. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Into the box now is the Colorado pitcher, Austin Gomber. Now here's the first offering. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. And a minimum effort at bat that time as the pitch is taken for a strike 3 call. Then he'll go back to focusing on pitching instead. 2 away now.
The center fielder, Raimel Tapia.
Next up, Raimel Tapia. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Now a swinging bunt. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They trail this one 1-0. All set for the start of the fourth. And stepping into the box will be Luis Urias. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Travis Shaw.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. And now a pitch on the way. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
0-2 to Travis Shaw. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high. 1-2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. And another foul ball.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Fouled away. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Grounded down the third baseline.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. They've locked horns. Here's the next offering. High in the air out to center field. On the run is Tapia. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And both guys throwing the country hardball so far. Top speeds of 95 and 97. Now to bat, Manny Pena. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
That's a ball.
2 out, nobody on. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And up steps Garrett Hampson to bat.
The second baseman, number 1.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Here it comes.
We got 1 ball, 1 strike.
there's ball 2 now.
Count.
Ready with 2 balls and a strike. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, can't get on first base if you strike out.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0 home misses above the zone for a ball.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
In there, 2-1.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
This is on the ground over to first. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop,
So the bases are empty with 2 gone now. And in to hit next, shortstop Trevor Story. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Now the 1-1 pitch. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Now here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Yelich on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They still trail 1-0. Now into the box, Tyrone Taylor. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
One of the things every pitcher wants to do is make sure that those hitters aren't very comfortable up there. See how he runs this hard one in right here? That's a pitch you just want to try to get a hitter to move his feet a little bit.
3-0 now.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So stepping in is Corbin Burns. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch. Now a bunt attempt here. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Now that's second baseman, Colton Wong.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. First pitch on its way. Strike taken up in the zone.
You know, a lot of guys don't like to swing at the first pitch. That might be the case with this one right here. Took a wheelhouse fastball, 0-0 center cut. Didn't even give the impression he was swinging.
And it's fouled away. The 0-2 home.
0-1.
Wastes a pitch on the knuckle curve there. 1-2. 1 out and a runner on second base. Counts even at 2-2 to Wong.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Blackman going back to the track. Now this will rattle up against the wall. Taylor rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate as it's now a 2-0 ball game. Now a throw homeward is offline. My goodness.
Wow, with 1 out, and he clutches up with an RBI triple, which is his 2nd hit of the game. So he's starting to put together a pretty big game here.
So here is Avisail Garcia as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. That evens it up 1-1. Wong stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fly ball right down the line in left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the 2nd run of the inning.
And here's Christian Yelich now. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ball game. And now the first pitch. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Hampson is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on just 1 lone hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Brewers 3 and the Rockies nothing. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I discussed the Rockies' offense with Colorado's manager, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Josh Fuentes to the plate now. He leads off from the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can tell in between innings, the veterans in that dugout going up and down the line, trying to keep this lineup from getting super frustrated. They just have to find a way to piece it together. Maybe pass the baton, get some wheels in motion, maybe get aggressive on the base pass if they can get somebody on.
In there, 0-1. The pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. A pause and the 0-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. And this will kick off the base of the wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. At the plate, Sam Hilliard, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. And he'll reach first safely.
The batter, the third baseman, Welker.
So the next to bat will be Colton Welker, and their runners at the corners now. Throw over to first, back in standing. First pitch of the AB on its way. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike.
Hey, two options if you're standing on the bump right now. Have to find a way to punch this guy's ticket or roll a double play.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. With two strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Good time to try to put the ball down in the strike zone. You can either get a strikeout or a potential double play ball.
Ready on 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And no one will get this one. 2-2 one more time. Gets him swinging. He struck him out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. Hit in the air down the left field line. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get one, if not both of them, home. And the second run is across to make this a 3-2 ball game now.
Always nice to get some run production from the bottom of your order, right? That double brings in 2 runs, and the top of the order is coming up here. This could really be a big inning.
Diaz will get a chance with the runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with one away. He's set. Here it comes.
Ball 1. Count 1-0. Nope.
2-0. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Vogelback is there, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder. Drive ball. Tapia.
Striding in is Raimel Tapia, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
0-1's the count.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Flowers stands at second with 2 gone. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Ooh-wee, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete. Milwaukee leads it 3-2. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said that although they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, they have made the opposing pitching work really hard for just about every out. Their starter's pitch count was pretty high, which resulted in him being removed from the game prior to the 6th inning. Now it's a matter of making their bullpen work just as hard, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Philip Deal takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. All set for the start of the inning, and digging in is the big-time power threat, Daniel Vogelback. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch, and that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
Hey, boys, he's lucky he's getting this pitch back right here. That's normally a wipeout pitch down and away. He hung that one. It looked like he almost confused the hitter.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
At the plate now, Luis Urias. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a liner. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Boy, that would look like a cinch extra base hit off the bat, but a terrific diving catch in left center field.
Into the box, Travis Shaw. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 1-0 home. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. And it remains a 3-2 ball game. Justin Topa enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 56, Justin Topa.
Striding in for the Rockies, Garrett Hampson. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Number 1.
Here's the first pitch to him. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. This is foul for the first strike. And that one yanked just foul. The 0-2 delivery. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. That just misses off the inside for ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And that'll get down for a base hit. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most 2-base hits this year. And you can see there that they're currently residing in second place in the NL in that category. So now to the plate, Charlie Blackmon, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Hit sharply on the ground, taken in by Wong, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Now batting, shortstop,
Next to stand in is Trevor Story, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. First pitch on its way. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. One out and a runner on third. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner on third, sac fly situation, right? 2 pitchers down. Really good job of patience, trying to get a pitch that he can lift into the air to drive that runner home.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1 and 2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
The 1-2. Hit out towards second. Long to his right. He's got it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
So next to hit is Josh Fuentes. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed, 1-2 now. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through for a hit. Around first, he's digging for second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, placing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
In now, Sam Hilliard, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
The set and the 1-2 lifted down the line in left. One and 2. Here it is. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Couple of hits lead to 1 in the inning for Colorado. We're through 6 full, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Scott Oberg is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 45, Scott Oberg.
So now here is Manny Pena. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th. First pitch on its way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
No strikes.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Ready with the 3-0 pitch. 3-1.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game, when guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
Not cheated there as he takes a big hack, and it's 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Drilled to the left side. And that's through into left, so a leadoff single here to start the 7th. Well, after being late on a fastball there, it looked like they did him a favor.
Yeah, Matt, that's surprising right there. I don't understand that pitch sequence. He blew the fastball right by him, sped up his bat with the off speed, and got hurt.
To the plate now, Tyrone Taylor, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Swing and a liner. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left, as this is hauled in for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Justin
Keston Hiura will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 18, Keston Hiura.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. He'll step in here at 275. 10 home runs, and the RBI count at 35. And he fouls this one off. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Stretch time coming up here in Denver, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Devin Williams will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
Number 38, Devin Williams.
Into the box, Colton Welker. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Leading up for the Rockies, third baseman, Colton.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 2.
I got to count 2-2.
Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed, strike 3.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
At the plate, Tyler Flowers. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Well off the plate with the change of pace, that's ball 2. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Chris Owings will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 12, Chris Owings.
First offering, and that misses, ball 1. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. A 1-0 delivery.
Whoa, that's down.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
The 2-0. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Cutter got up on him pretty quickly there, and it's back to even 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Into the box now, Raimel Tapia fouled off. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and a strike to Colorado's leadoff batter.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Ready with the 1-1. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Rockies strand 1, still tied 3-3. Darwinzon Hernandez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 63.
Now to the plate, Colton Wong. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Pitch on the way. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. And this is taken in for out number 1.
The batter,
Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our two starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. So next to bat will be Avisail Garcia. Notched an RBI on the sac fly in his previous turn at the plate. First pitch on its way. Hit in the air down the right field line. Comes set with the 0-1.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. 1 out, nobody on. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
3-2 now.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I mean, that's a well-executed curveball right there. Pitcher does exactly what he wants to do. Gets the hitter out on his front foot, gets him out and around the baseball, and he still finds a hole.
In is Christian Yelich. As he'll send the first one he sees on the ground to second. He'll go to the bag for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Eric Yardley is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 57, Eric Yardley.
At the plate now is Garrett Hampson. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high, nasty, diving out of the zone.
The 0-2 pitch. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
Popped up. Urias waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
And now Charlie Blackmon 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
First pitch on the way.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there 1-0.
Now the pitch. Back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit.
There's a hard-hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Story steps in now as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Now a swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts. Working for the punch out and the offering. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
And he struck him out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Standing in now, Josh Fuentes, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Swung on and crushed. Everyone just stands there and watches it fly. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. They've taken a 2-run lead.
That's a big-time bomb right there. It's about time now for the closer to get ready and slam the door on this one.
Into the box, Sam Hilliard. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. In there, 1-1.
Hey, that's just a nice get-me-over curveball there to steal a strike. I don't think he was looking for that one.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Brewers. It's now 5-3 Colorado. Michael Givens comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Number 60, Michael Givens.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Daniel Vogelbach. No thump out of him in this game so far, as might be expected. He's 0 for 3.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
1-0 the count. And the pitch.
2-0.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle-of-the-order power guy.
Two-0 count, the pitch. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Fouled away. Now here it comes. And he takes something off there as this is swung on and missed, and there's one gone here in the ninth.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Stepping in now, Luis Urias. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
At the plate now, Travis Shaw. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. No hits to this point. Here's the 0-1.
Now, this is a perfect example of why this manager feels so confident going to this beast in the ninth right here. He is throwing absolute thunder right here, pumped up and looks the part.
Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Again, another foul ball. The Brewers down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots. This one was a fun one to watch.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. The Rockies came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Darwinzon Hernandez wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Michael Givens records the save, his 16th of the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Rockies, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Brewers, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.